This complete inventory management system help you to manage your inventory with the help of the QR code scan feature. You can see I just scan the QR code and the product appear here. And if I will scan the another QR code, I just simply hit the camera button and simply allow while visiting the site, and you can see the QR code scan instantly and the product appeared here. Previously, what I will do, I just simply select a customer, enter the value and check out them, and simply click on this yes continue. The data will be saved in our Google Sheets, but in this video I am going to using the Google Firebase, the real-time database, to store the information. So you can see the information is appeared here what I have already submitted right now. And the main other reason why I am using this method, because in the Google app script Google have blocked the camera access permission. If you, even if you have enabled the camera access permission in your browser as well. The reason is that Google app script run web apps inside a sandboxed cross origin iframe like the .google user contact.com. So Google enforces a strict permission policy that explicitly blocks the iframe non using sense from using sensitive hardware APIs like the camera access and etc. Okay, so how you can do that and how you can implement and how you will get this web application free of cost, I will explain you each and everything in this video step by step. So first of all, there is a source code with name index.html. You just simply get this link in the description, and after that the main things here. Okay, so for once you get the index.html file, simply go to your Google Firebase Studio. Okay, Google Firebase, and open this first website, and simply click here get started in console. So once you click on this get started in console, and here you need to create a new Firebase project. Okay, so once you click on this create a new Firebase project, I will add here the inventory. Okay, so you can see the inventory and simply click on this continue and again click on this continue. So you can select a simply account default account for Firebase and simply click on this create project. Once the project is created, it will notify you. Okay, so until the project is created, I will show you the complete working of the web application. This is the dashboard where you can take the overview of the complete system, and we also have added the quick action buttons like the new sale, add product, new purchase order, add expense. If you hit the add product button, you will be redirected to the product section, and this is the 50x more faster than your Google app script web application. Okay, so if you want to add a product, just simply click on this add product, the product name, the category, the brand name, the barcode, the selling price, cost, wholesale price, MRP list, tax rate, location, in which location you have, and the reorder quantity, each and everything what a business have for their inventory management system, and simply hit the save button. So once you hit the save button, that information will be saved here. Okay, so you can see there is a products option, and in the products option we have the one product with name, you can see the laptop, and when we go back to the product option 2, and the second is our demo test. So you can see the one is laptop and second is the demo test. And if you want to print the QR code for the product, just simply click on this here, and if you want to view the action, you can simply commit here the demo dash to the details of the product, the stock movement of the product, the sales history of the product. Okay, and if you want to print all the QR code labels, if you have the 100, 200, 300 items, you can simply print the all of the QR code at one go. Okay, so you understand them now. If you once you add the product, you can simply stock in or stock out from here. Here you will see the complete sales history. If you want to get the thermal receipt print, you just simply click on this here, and if you want to you can see a refund, you can simply process return from here. And if you want to add the customers, simply add the customer here, and in the customer section you can take the overview, the sales of the customer, the timelines of the customer. And if you want to add a customer, simply enter the customer information and hit the save button. So that is your supplier sections where you can add the suppliers like the supplier name, contact person, etc. And there is a purchase orders. But before discuss about the purchase order, we will go to the QR code sales section. In the QR code sales sections, you can see you can simply add the scan barcode, or you can simply type the code of the product and simply enter, so that product will be added here. But what I am going to do now, I just simply you can see I just simply come it here, and there is a QR code for my product, and I just simply scan the QR code from here. I already show you this demo, but I will show you again one time. And I just simply scan the QR code, that product will appear here. I will add the 10 items and select the customers from the drop down. I already told to you how you can add the customers, and there is the amount or percentage discount, the value. You can simply add them, the payment method, cash, etc., amount tendered, what you want to enter them. You can simply enter it here and simply click on this checkout. So once you click on this checkout, that information will be saved in our Google Firebase. Okay, and how you can check out them? Simply go to your Google Firebase, and we have make the sales right now. So what sales we have made right now? So this is the sale, and right now you can simply able to see the product is the laptop 2, and we have added the 12 quantities and etc. You can see the complete information here. Okay, and you can take the thermal receipt print from here as well. So you can simply connect the black copper on and etc, any thermal printer you want to connect it here. Okay, so now let's discuss about the purchase orders. This is the purchase order. If you want to create the purchase order, select a supplier. Once you add the supplier will appear in the drop down, the expected date, the product you want to add. And here's the one more thing: if you have added the products in your product section, that will be appeared in your drop down. So you first need to add the product in your product sections from here. Okay, understand? Okay, now go back to the purchase order. Simply click on this new purchase order, notes, save and order, save drafts, cancel, etc. Expenses section, you can record the expense. In the user sections, you can add the users. We have added the two user roles, the admin and the user. And that is the setting sections. You can change your business name, phone, email, currency, tax, etc., whatever you want to do here. And this is activity logs, where you can check out the complete activity of the system. And this is the about app section, where you can check out the about application, what admin can do, what user can do, what you can do with this application, what are the feature and functionalities we have added here, and what are the logics we have implemented. All the formulas I have given here. Okay, now the thing is that the project is created, and simply click on this continue. So once I click on this continue, you can simply see it here, uh, this kind of interference. Simply you just simply commit here the database and storage, and hit the real-time database. And once you hit the real-time database, you will see this kind of interference in front of you. Okay, and simply click on this create database, and here's the two option. For your testing, you can simply select your test mode. And for your here, from here, you just simply select it here, the United States, US Central, and simply click on this next. For your testing, you just simply use the start in test mode. Remember, if you are using the test mode, your data is not safe. Anyone who have the coding knowledge can read and write your data. So always prefer to use the start in logged mode. So but for now, I am showing to you, I just simply use the start in test mode, and simply click on this enable. So once I click on this enable, you can easily able to see it, it's processing and it's loading right now. And once the loading is complete, you will see this kind of interference. Now this is your database link. I just simply copy this and open my index.html. Once I open my index.html, I just replace the URL here. Okay, once I replace the URL here, and simply click on this save, control S, and now I just come back to here and refresh this web application. So once I refresh the web application, so you can see that there is no data available. I just simply click on this add product, simply add it here, the demo, select a category electronics, the brand is demo, and also the selling price is 1, cost price is 1, MRP is 1, blank rate, whatever you want to add, you just simply add it here. The reorder level, maximum stock, reorder suppliers, location, whatever you want to choose, and simply hit the save button. So once you hit the save button, the product will be displayed here. Right now the quantity on hand is 0, but the data is saved here in the product section. That is the data we have added right now. So in this way, you can use the Google Firebase as a database, and you can make this web application with the help of the AI as well. Okay, so this is not a rocket science. We only have the index.html, and you can simply use your Cloud Code, and simply use the Gemini CLI and the Codex application. So you can do it by yourself as well. So the link is in the description for the source code. Simply go in the description and grab the source code and make it more advanced level and share with me, so I will appreciate. And if I like your version, I will reward you with some amount of money. So we thank you very much. Take care. Please subscribe to our channel and share with your fellow friends. Thank you very much.